Hi, everybody. I'm Ken Kirschenbaum. Thanks for joining us today. We have a presentation from Becklar, which is a central station based in Utah. I'm not sure if they have other locations or not, but they're here to tell you exactly what they do. This is a full service central station. They specialize a lot in medical alert. They also have the Becklar Video, which is the interactive video service that's becoming, in my opinion, extremely popular. You need to be at a central station that offers that service, I think. As you know, there's some issues involving required confirmation of an alarm signal via video or someone on the ground, which is not practical in most cases. So some cities are requiring it, and I think we're going to see more of it. I guess Becklar's hoping we see more of it, and all you guys are going to be taking advantage of that service. So we have Spencer Moore. He's Senior VP over at Becklar. And we might hear from Daniel Forrest. His picture's up there too. He's the president of Becklar Video. I don't know if it's innovative anymore, because I guess it's been around a while now, this interactive, but it's sort of new to me, and I think it's very new to dealers, and it's very new to customers. I can tell you that, and users, because not many of them are using it. But anyway, I don't want to take up any more time. I'm going to turn this presentation over to Spencer, and he's going to have his slide and ready to go. So Spencer? No.
You.
Okay, Spencer is where? Make him a presenter.
Don't click that first.
What?
You muted him?
Oh.
All right, thanks, Ken.
Spencer, that's it. You're done.
I think I can share my screen now. Terrific. Let's do that. Okay, can you see the presentation?
Yeah, we can, Spencer, if you want to just go in presentation mode.
Oh, I am. It's showing the wrong screen. Hold on here, guys. Are you seeing the presentation now?
No, that's your other screen.
What is it doing?
While he's finding his screen, let me just remind everybody that Becklar is going to be at ISC, of course. They're going to have a booth. They're also famous for their massage room and meeting room, I suppose. So you're going to want to make your way over there. You'll find me there, by the way. So I'll be the guy. You guys you take your clothes off at this thing, or you got to wear your clothes while you're getting this, right?
We're going to keep it PG rated, Ken.
Oh,
so this is
all right,
going to be a neck and back massage. Come and sit and relax in the couches and get a drink and a treat. And get to know Becklar in person. Of course, that's just off the show floor. Tishan is the room. We'll talk about it here in one of our slides, but yeah, we'll see you. We like to you go and relax with you and your team. We look forward to it.
In case someone doesn't recognize me when I get there, I'll be the guy that they're escorting out for having abused how many rounds I'm entitled to, right?
There you go.
I can see that Daniel's already figuring out this guy's not getting more than 2 massages. I can see that he's getting ready to tell me that. What do you say there, Spencer? You getting ready to put this up? Otherwise, let's just start talking about what you guys do.
Yeah, I think I might have to at this rate.
Okay.
You had your one up, Spencer. You had the one up. If you just went to that one side and you could go presentation mode on that one.
Nah, it's flipping the screen on me, Troy. That's the problem I'm having. And I'm not used to using GoToWebinar here. So it's kind of a
better service because I'm not crazy about it myself.
Daniel, you do happen to have the presentation as well?
Yeah, no, I don't need
Ken, if you want to give me, I have it. I'll pull it up here. And if you want to give me presentation mode, see if that works. See if I can help out.
No, that was Troy. No,
Troy is the one that wants to be presenter.
No, I thought Daniel wanted it.
No.
Oh, Troy wants it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Troy, you're the presenter. Hit yes.
Okay.
And you're on your. There you go.
We're able to see you. Here we go now.
You're on.
Perfect.
Enlarge the screen. Yeah, take this whole screen. Go ahead.
How's that?
Good. You're good. You're going. Go.
We're golden. All right, Spencer.
Here we go.
Does that look correct?
Yeah, I think we did introductions already, right? So, or we can kind of go around again and say hello, everybody. Apologize for the confusion here, a little challenge with the platform, but my name's Spencer Moore, the Senior Vice President for Becklar Workforce Safety. Happy to join the webinar today with everybody and talk a little bit about what we do here at Becklar. I'll pass it over to Troy.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Troy Iverson, Senior Vice President of the Becklar Monitoring. We appreciate Ken. We've been in the monitoring industry for many decades now, and we're excited to introduce Becklar as our name. You'll find us again under the Becklar name, and we look forward to sharing with you over the next 30 minutes of what we're up to.
Yeah, I'm Daniel Forrest, president of remote guarding at Becklar, and so happy to have you guys on here, and we'll get to that here in just a little bit after Spencer.
Okay, let's see. Let me know if this video works, okay? Working, Spencer.
It looks frozen on my side, Troy.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay.
Thanks, Troy. Sir, can you flip that to get rid of the notes there, Troy, on the screen?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you're having the same problem that I was having with getting it to full screen. That's perfect. Thank you so much. If we could just back up one slide, talk a little bit about, Becklar. We were talking with Ken before the webinar, and he says, "Oh, geez, Troy, didn't you used to be Avant-Garde, right?" And many of you may know us as Avant-Garde or Frias or Armstrong's, iForce, but this year in 2025, we're unifying under the Becklar brand name. And Becklar services, people, infrastructure, and technology combined create what we're calling our smart critical event monitoring platform that protects not only people and property, but also workers. So when you think about your business, who and what do you protect today? With 18.8 billion connected devices worldwide in 2024, there's a massive opportunity for those of us that are in the connected device space, right? And everybody here on the call is in that space in one way or the other. A massive opportunity for you to be looking at and choosing, what do I want to be protecting in my security, in my safety business? And if you look at some of the things that we've got listed here in white, these are all areas inside the menu of Becklar's offering when it comes to things that you as a dealer can choose to protect in your business. And you could just advance that slide one more for us.
I'd love to. I'd love to, Spencer, but it's like frozen up on me. This GoToWebinar is
We need more practice on it, clearly, huh?
yeah, this is I'm frozen on it, Spencer.
All right, let me try something.
I'm gonna throw you back, Spencer, and see if you could take it over where you were. Can I put it back to you, Spencer, if I give you a presentation? Do you have it up on yours?
Yep, fire away.
All right, Spencer's the presenter now.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
You got the full screen slide?
Yep.
There we go. We got to figure it out. 15 minutes into the presentation. So if you think about what you could protect, right, 5 years from now, fast forward 5 years from now, the guys here at Becklar will have figured out how to work GoToWebinar, so that'll be nice, right? And we'll be in a position where you're looking at 40 billion connected devices worldwide by 2030. So that's more than double, and that's just the things that we're thinking about now, right? When you're looking at what could be connected, what is connected, what do we forecast is connected, and with that rate of growth, it's my expectation that we'll actually be higher than that, because we're going to be coming up with more creative ways to connect more creative devices and services and bring those to bear when we think about ourselves as a community of technologists. And so when you think about 5 years from now in my business, what are you planning for? What are you thinking about when it comes to what I can add to my business, to my level of services, and who are the partners that I want to be partnered with to be able to add new services? And so if you look, from the previous slide, we had some of the offerings from Becklar's critical event monitoring platform in white. Those are still here on white, but some of the things that we're looking at now or currently in our roadmap to add are here listed in blue. And so there's just a massive potential for folks in this space to really enhance their business and choose the type of technologies that they want to invest in and the services that they want to invest in, if they've chosen the right partner to support those services, right, to be able to enhance and grow your business. We are constantly looking for new use cases at Becklar, right? It was just yesterday I was talking with Daniel about a customer that he's got that is looking at, hey, I love what we're doing on our video remote guarding side, but I also want to be a workforce safety customer. And I think there's an opportunity for us to merge those two technologies together in a way that not only takes 1 + 1, but makes it a 1 + 1 = a 3 or a 4. So that way we can have a better solution. So there's exciting new use cases out there. Becklar is a device design and manufacture company. We've got several devices out there in the personal health and safety side that are ours. We've got several devices out there in the workforce safety side that are ours, and that helps us bring in new customers, right? New customers for you as a dealer, because there's a diverse offering of services, of devices, of new use cases, and we're also looking for new revenues. And at Becklar, we live for protecting people, property, and workers. You know, we have a "we care first" motto, and that's something I think that's a big part of our culture at Becklar, has been for a very long time, and that comes through in the service that we provide. And now we're really in a position where we're marrying that "we care first" culture, that service first culture, with the breadth and depth of the Becklar offering and the smart critical monitoring platform. So I'll flip it over to Troy.
Thanks, Spencer.
Troy,
appreciate you. Yep. And we're glad you're part of our team, Spencer. And we look forward to learning more about workforce safety here in this a little bit further. So I'm going to talk about the monitoring side of Becklar division. So those those different divisions we're going to refer about today. I'm going to start us off with the monitoring, the critical event monitoring leader. And we really think we are, as we do remote guarding, video verification, security, fire, PERS, and medical, IoT devices, workforce safety. And next slide. And you'll know that as Becklar, their headquarters, we have headquarters in Utah, but you can see we have 7 central stations throughout North America, 4 in the US, 3 in Canada. Redundancy is very important to us. Our goal is to make sure that we're never down. Your customer signals get responded to quickly in the moments that matter. And here's our locations, of course, UL listed and ULC listed appropriately in both the United States and Canada to take care of accounts broadly. Automation, next one. Automation, monitoring, of course, go hand in hand. And we've built a Becklar Engage platform that helps your customers get a faster response in the moments that matter. As you see here, near instant response. When that alarm comes in and the signal hits our systems, it's near immediate that they're going to get a response from our Engage platform. And as an operator is requested, we have a 9-second response time. And just last month, we pulled some numbers. This Engage platform we're excited about. You could see almost 550,000 voice interactions that took, 71,000 and change required operator assistance. And in the PERS side of things, from start to finish, about 150,000 alarms that our Engage platform went through, which we're proud of. And Becklar Chat, I'll have a slide in a few down here in a minute, but just those numbers, I like numbers. Really another way that we're helping prevent false alarms is through this chat service. And you could see the numbers here, that the alarms that were through chat last month. Another way that we've used Engage platform that our dealer likes, next slide, Spencer, would be through our appointment reminders. If you think about this, if you are currently hiring someone to call and do reminders, why don't we use technology to do these reminders for you? And hello, this is ABC Security, or this is Troy with ABC Security. We're confirming your appointment tomorrow at noon. Please reply. Yes or no. This could be done via SMS or a voice call or an email, and we could take care of that for you as well. And so just another service that we're providing when we use our AI and engagement platform through there. Next slide, Spencer, please. Another tool that we've really utilized and our dealers utilize in our monitoring side of the house is our dashboard and our technician app. And really the dashboard, it's a data visualization tool that really helps minimize attrition. That's our goal. So we offer 30 different widgets through in this dashboard that you could customize and see really which ones are important to you. And a few widgets that I'll just call to your attention. Of course, you want to see your account base. How many of you added? How many of you canceled? How many accounts do you even have active at the central station? You could pull that up. It could be a widget for you real quick. Call answer rate. If you want to see how fast we're answering your calls, what percentage are connected or have no answers? We've left messages, or how many have been wrong numbers? That's important information for you to know. Another widget is, what are my weekly top offenders? We give you this information so you could be proactive. If you're getting an alarm system that's going off 30, 40, 50 times a month, they're probably not happy with the service. And this gives you a visualization to call them and see if they need more training, see what's going on before they rip that thing off the wall and they're sick of it from there. We also have an alarm factor number, which is really important for us as a central station, and it should be for you as a dealer. This really shows you how profitable you are to the central station, to us as a customer. One of the widget that dealers are starting to grasp hold of is it's called our MLS widget. And this helps minimize subscriber turnover and help grow your business. So this MLS tool, it lets you see when any of your accounts list their property for sale or have sold recently. Why is that important? Well, this gives you an opportunity to contact your customer, to see where they're moving to and put a new alarm system in that home, but also the alarm system that's already in the existing home, you could sign up as a customer as well. And so one of the biggest complaints we received from dealers in the past was people moving and not telling them and canceling their accounts. And so this MLS tool helps with this, your attrition rate. So we love that. On the side there, you'll see our Becklar mobile app. This is really perfect for your technicians to place accounts on and off and test, choose which zones they want to test. And you, as a business owner, you have the option to give your technician permission or limited permission or full permission to make changes while they're there in front of your customers. Some dealers like to give them this permission to go through their contacts list and help with that. This Becklar app, it uses your technician's smartphone GPS. So as they pull up to a home or a commercial site, it uses their GPS and it says, oh, looks like you're at this site. Is this the one you want to put on test? Yes and no. So there's no fumbling around trying to find an address or a phone number or a name to put the right account on test. So pretty slick from there. This chat, next slide, this chat, we've had this for a few years now, but just want to reemphasize the importance of, we found that over 60% of all phone calls from the monitoring station go unanswered, and but 98% of text messages are responded to quickly. And so we've utilized this when an alarm goes off. How this works, it'll go to the contacts of the alarm. They click a link, so there's no app to be downloaded, but they click a link that takes them to a secure site and it gives them a chat ability to disarm the alarm or dispatch the alarm or communicate back and forth with their contacts to see what's going on from there. And so again, this is to help reduce false alarm, give better communication, and really just overall a better experience for your customers is that's what they want. They expect text messages really more than phone calls on that. So next slide, Spencer. It's important, of course, as we integrate with many industries with CRMs. So one-time data entry is very important. You do the data entry and it flows right into our systems. It's very important. If you don't see a CRM or a partner that we use that is on this screen, I only had limited space on this screen, but reach out to us with our full APIs and our in-house development staff. They'll work with your get your CRM integrated through there, which is very important for sure. And with that, that's a lot about monitoring. You know who we've been for many, many years. We have great services. We'll talk more in privates at ISC West, or you could give us a call and we could talk more about any of these dealer tools and services that you have. But I'm really excited to pass the baton over to Daniel and talk about our remote guarding.
Thanks, Troy. Yeah, so Ken mentioned earlier that video obviously is a fast moving and growing space right now. And what'd you do there, Spencer? Something.
Can you not see the slide?
Daniel,
We saw it.
oh, you want me to go back to making Troy the presenter?
No, it was still Spencer.
Spencer's the presenter. I was making Daniel the presenter.
Yep. So back to Spencer. Spencer will stay the presenter the rest of the time. Ken.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, so video is just it's booming right now. It's been booming for the last few years. It's been around obviously for a very long time. We've been doing this since the late 90s. And so there's, when we talk about video, we talk about remote guarding and we talk about video verification and everything that encompasses video monitoring. And so when we do talk about that, what's unique about Becklar and what we have to offer with our full breadth of services inside of video, we have the full capabilities to do all of the remote guarding features that are needed in order to replace a physical guard when needed. So talk down, triggering lights, triggering sirens, opening gates, opening doors, two-way communication, where we can completely replace a physical guard in almost 90% of scenarios. And Spencer, if you want to go to the next slide, I think it might be a video. We can play this video, just kind of show what we're talking about when we talk about remote guarding. All right, you can jump to the next slide, Spencer. So what is remote guarding, right? Remote guarding, we can turn every camera becomes eyes on a site, right? So this gives you sort of an unlimited potential to just fast track your RMR, right? So every site could be 3 cameras, 4 cameras, 20 cameras, and each one of those is like adding another alarm panel in the sense of RMR. And so we're able to turn on and turn off as many cameras on a site that's needed to give them the protection that they want. And so that's a huge benefit when you're trying to increase your RMR. And then you have the ability to have an active presence on that site. There's nothing more powerful than being able to talk down live and say, hey, you in the red hoodie, remove yourself, police have been dispatched. The amount of times that we've seen that be successful is endless. And so we really want to have that two-way, active, proactive presence on a site where you truly can replace a security guard and have multiple eyes in one place at one time. The way we do that is we're able to use, I mean, we use multiple different AI partners. And so we're always doing all of the R&D for our dealers. And so we're going to use the best AI that is on the market at that time. And so if that means that we need to switch that AI tomorrow because a better partner comes into play with better technology, then that's what we're going to do, because we're going to make sure that we have the best alerts, the most efficient alerts for our operators to make the best decisions that they can possibly make on these sites, and and really keep your customers happy, because that's, at the end of the day, that's our goal. We are 100% wholesale video, which is another unique thing about Becklar. We do not sell to the end user. And so if we're not making you and your customers happy, then we're not winning either. And so we're going to do everything on our end. You saw on the video, we talked about onboarding, and we take a huge emphasis on onboarding, and we're going to take that off your plate so that your technicians don't need to learn anything new. We want this to be easy for you. So we have an easy pricing model. We have easy onboarding. And so all we ask you to do is keep selling what you're selling and do what you do best, which is service your customers and sell and install their equipment. We will take that off your plate and make sure that we have everything set up appropriately to do what we need to do on that site. We monitor over 30,000 cameras in the US and Canada today, and that grows every single day. Again, to Ken's point, this is a fast growing market, and a lot of it is demanded by the end user today. And so there's a lot of opportunity out there for our dealers. Again, we have a pricing model that makes sense. It's very easy. You don't have to jump through a lot of hoops. We use multiple AI partners, and we have the redundancy to scale this and add multiple sites in a very short amount of time. We have some case studies in our marketing portal that you can utilize with your customers that are going to allow you and show you that, hey, we can onboard 300, 400, 500 sites in just a matter of a couple of weeks. So we have a very high level of service from our operating side and our onboarding side that's going to walk you guys through this entire process and make it very easy for you. Another unique thing is that we do not require any device. Yes, we do monitor checked, and yes, we monitor products like CamMect and other products that do have a device. But in 90% of scenarios, if that is not your preferred method of product to sell, we can bring your cameras on as is, where they are, no device required. You hop to the next one, Spencer. We want you to be ahead of the curve because this is moving so fast. We've done some third-party market studies that show that just the remote guarding sector is a $2.5 billion addressable market. And so we're just talking about some of the key verticals that lend themselves to remote guarding. That's not mentioning all of the other video verification opportunities that are fast growing right now. Just in that remote guarding sector, $2.5 billion, and we only cover about 10% of that today. And so there is a massive opportunity out there to gain a good amount of market share. And another unique thing about this third-party study is that these customers want to use you. They don't want to go out and, all right, you put in my cameras, but I got to use so-and-so for the monitoring. You put in my alarm, but I got to go use so-and-so for my cameras. They want to have this as a bundled solution, and all of the people that we interviewed prefer that. And so there's an opportunity there to say, hey, you got to be ahead of the curve. You need to make sure you're offering this service, because if you don't, somebody else will, and you don't want to lose a customer because of that. And you also don't want to lose the opportunity to make a massive amount of RMR for your business. These are just some of the key verticals that we see come in daily. And so maybe screenshot this if you can. Come talk to us at ISC West. We can go over all of this material in much more detail. But these are the probably the easiest verticals to jump into. So if you know, hey, I've got this customer in one of these verticals, 9 times out of 10, if they haven't asked you about this, they may be asking somebody else because they don't think that you offer this. And so keep that in mind as you are thinking about your customer profile and knowing where does this fit, maybe where does it not fit. But the key piece is making sure that you offer it, and they know that you do have the capabilities to offer this service. And then working with a good video partner like Becklar that can assist you in the process and get these systems online and get them set up correctly. Because if we don't set them up correctly in the beginning, you don't want to get off on a wrong foot. And so it's very important that you choose the right partner when you're considering adding video as a service. Next slide, please. All right, that's it.
Yeah, so thanks, Daniel. I think that's a key differentiator for us at Becklar when you think about us in remote video guarding, is that we have this team of people that specialize in, and all they do all day is help the dealer set that up for a successful remote guarding video monitoring solution, and choosing the right partner is a really big deal there. So we've heard us talk about Becklar monitoring and the monitoring efforts that we do there, probably most well known among this audience for what we do inside of wholesale monitoring. The Becklar video side of the house is one of our fastest growing initiatives at Becklar, and that's partially because of what the market's doing that Daniel shared. But you've also heard us say that we protect workers, and that's a newer offering for us. And it might be a little confusing, but when we say protect workers, what are we talking about? And that's really protecting your workforce, right? Whether it's the workforce of the dealer audience or workers in other audiences that I'll talk about a little bit here. It's people that are working alone, called lone workers, people that are working at height, or people that are working in hazardous environments. And those environments can be on a ladder, they can be in a manufacturing facility, they could be out in a vineyard. There's a variety of different scenarios that you think of when you think of like industrial services, field services, and field workers. Many of those things come to mind. But what I think sometimes folks don't think about is the hazardous environments that exist all around us, especially when you're thinking about home health and social services. Those industries face a hazard, which is the people around them, right? So a lot of times they'll be doing a home visit, and they'll have somebody that's in there that's unexpected. And so that suddenly that home that you're visiting turns into a hazardous environment. So really kind of interesting when you think about it. So how do we protect these folks? Most people are familiar with the terminology and the acronym PPE for personal protective equipment. You know, you think hard hats, you think safety glasses, you think gloves, things like those items. But what we are offering at Becklar is digital PPE. And we've got several safety protocols that we leverage through our application and our connected devices. Some of them are proactive in nature. So we've got check-ins, some that are driven by the admin and the manager and the safety manager of the program, and other check-ins that can be driven by the user when they're facing a risky situation. We've got emergency check-ins, which is a real-time mass notification tool for your team, and that can be set by teams or by geographies. We're managing heat risk and heat exposure by being proactive and providing forecasting that's based on the individual user, their location, their work exertion, their workwear, and then providing them with notifications throughout the day that are customizable to help manage their heat stress. On the reactive side, we're detecting for falls. We're measuring to see that workers are still moving, that they haven't had a personal health event and perhaps have collapsed and are in a position where they need assistance. We can monitor on the Apple Watch, which we're fully integrated with, both fast and slow heart rate detection and signal on those. And then, of course, we have a panic button. And all of this can either be monitored through our safety dashboard by the organization itself, or, of course, backed by our 7 fully redundant central stations here at Becklar. We improve safety by working together. You know, Worker Safety Pro, which is the name of our application solution, helps enterprises. It not only improves safety best practices, but it helps enterprises mitigate corporate risk and improve OSHA compliance, all while creating better outcomes for when that accident does happen, right? Accidents happen, everybody hopes it doesn't happen. Many of our customers come to us, unfortunately, after an event that's cost them a lot of time, money, and energy to mitigate the event, and that having dealt with the outcome, they see that there's an opportunity for improved outcomes, And that's what we're here to do, is to support folks and their organizations to make sure they're in a position to create better outcomes. And we also have enterprise level integrations with our software that makes it easier to use for both the user and for the administrators. So why partner with Becklar? You've heard about 3 different businesses inside of Becklar that help make up the most comprehensive solution set. We didn't talk a lot today about our personal health and safety sector, but I think, as Ken alluded to in the beginning of the presentation, we're very well known for what we do in that space. It's a space that we're dominant in when it comes to the alarm industry, and we've got the fastest response time. And you can test that, right? We've got industry-leading 9-second response time, and we've got award-winning service with a we care first culture and attitude. And we're showing you today continuous innovation. We're investing millions every year for new solutions. We've got top-tier devices that we're constantly innovating on, new integrations. You can see that in the software side of monitoring. You can see that in what we're doing with AI on the video side, and of course, with the constant releases of new features in workforce safety. And then when you think about AI in our business, it's not just taking place on the video side of things through partners that are using computer vision and other AI tools on video, but we're leveraging AI across the business to make people more efficient, so that way we can get the people that care on the line and the moments that matter. We've got unmatched dealer support, personalized care and service. You know, you call in and talk with somebody at Becklar, they know who you are, you know who they are, and you can be guaranteed that you're going to have service that you're going to walk away with feeling good about. And with that said, come and see us. Come see us at ISC West. We'll be there for booth 25109. It's the same location that we were in last year, and we're excited to see all of our friends and family in the industry in just a few weeks in Las Vegas.
All right, thank you, Spencer. Unless Troy or Daniel has something else they want to contribute, I guess we're going to start to wrap this up. Are there any questions that, if you have them, please type them out so we'll be able to ask them? I have a couple of questions. So Daniel said that the dealers can use any cameras they want, or any equipment they want, and that can be incorporated or dealt with by Becklar. But let me ask you this: for example, can you work with hike cameras? And don't cameras need to have audio features in them? I don't know that all cameras have audio features.
Yeah, so yes, we can work with hike. There's not a commercially available camera or camera manufacturer out there that we don't have online today. And no, I mean, yes, so some cameras have audio or speakers. They don't work very well if you're going to use that as your primary outdoor method of talking down. And so you typically would add a third party or a secondary speaker on top of that, be it Axis or a Sunel speaker. Digital Watchdog is rebranding the Sunel, and so there's other speakers that work much more effectively in an outdoor environment.
Oh, I never actually didn't think of that. Of course, I'm not an alarm dealer, so why would I? But
Yeah.
I understand it now. You also mentioned that 7 central stations and they're redundant. I take that to mean that when a signal comes in, it can go to any one of the 7?
Correct, Ken. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but 2 of those centrals are foreign, aren't they?
Foreign in Canada, we have 3 in Canada.
And 3, so that's still foreign unless Trump.
3. So the Canadian, really what we're doing, Ken, is in Canada, the Canadian signals will stay in those 3 central stations, and if an emergency happens, they flow down to us. And same with the United States, they bounce around, right? So redundancy wise, but the operator location is we're answering in the States, if it's a States or Canada, and then if we need help or something, an emergency happens, they could jump in as needed.
Yeah, but isn't there a problem monitoring government facilities if the signals are going outside of the country, especially being monitored outside of the country?
Yeah, and so again, they're monitored here where the government is. and the signals themselves. There's 3 data backups that 2 in the United States and 1 in Canada is how we have it set up. And so that's how we have it set up. If the government does come back, like a UL 2050, for example, government, then we'll house those in our United States locations from there. So
Okay.
that's a very rare question that someone probably asked you that. It's very rare that comes up.
Well, monitoring I'm sure you monitor plenty of government.
Yeah, but there's government, but there's not like a UL 2050. There's different kind of government monitoring, different levels, if you will.
Okay. Well, I don't have any more questions. So unless you guys have some kind of closing, you've already told everyone where to find you over at ISC. I know Troy's going to be there. I don't know about Spencer and Daniel, whether anyone should.
Yeah, we're gonna have a big team. All of us will be there.
We'll all be there.
Yes, sir. I'll be there indeed.
I hope you're not doing the massages, Spencer. I'm going to have to pass on that if you want.
Well, you said you were bringing your whole team, Ken, so we might need to pitch in and help out.
There's a few that might be very interested in having you give them one. Anyone who's on this, the attendees, I hope you do go and see Becklar and go to their comfort room or a meeting room. I'm not sure what they call it, but it's there. It's been there a long time, many years already. So we all know it's there, and look forward to seeing all of you there at the show, which is another couple of weeks. I want to thank everybody for their presentation. Tough start, but we got there, and certainly no question about the professionalism and of Becklar and why it's a leading contender in the Central Station Forum. So that's it. Nothing else. You guys, any parting words? No?
Appreciate all you do.
Okay,
Yep,
guys.
thanks,
I want to thank everyone for attending, and we're going to close out the webinar at this point. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Thank you.